conversation.
Modern Woodmen of America, touching lives, securing futures.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
I'm Kirk Herbstreit, and today I'm eating Raising Cane's.
Herbstreit's in the drive-thru again. Oh, hey, Kirk. What can I get you today?
I want a solid bench of 4 chicken fingers that are real difference makers. Sprinkle cut fries with dynamic ridge patterns, Texas toast, and cane sauce with an air of smugness that comes from knowing you're the best. Now back to you, Todd.
So the usual.
Make Raising Cane's part of your game day lineup. One love.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Schwieso Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schwieso Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schwieso.com. That's SCHWISOW.com. Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
There's always a new experience to be had at Arbor Day Farm in Nebraska City. From events, adventures, wine tastings, or the Discovery Ride, you can never get tired of seeing what the property has to offer. Make a weekend out of it by staying at the Lead Lodge and enhance your stay with their special packages that include luxurious treatment. Learn more or book your adventure today online at arbordayfarm.org.
Hungry for something real? Come to HF Crave, Lincoln's favorite spot for burgers that are anything but basic. Locally sourced Nebraska beef, hand-cut fries, and bold flavors that'll make your taste buds cheer. Whether you're craving the classics or ready to try something wild, they've got the burger that gets you. HF Crave. Fresh, local, craveable. Find them at 48th and Holdridge or order online at hfcrave.com.
You've got used to one segment of Good Takes in the morning, but now there's a full show of Good Takes at night. Welcome into Raff's Good Take on Sports on 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, welcome in. Raff's Good Take on Sports, not serving volley. What do we have going on here? Raff's Good Take on Sports, 93.7 The Ticket. You guys are welcome to join in. 402-464-5685. Our Heyman text line. Always shout out AJ Ferrari. He just joined us on the last segment, him and DP. We had the bowlers in as well. It's been a great Tick weeknight so far. But now let's bring in Chris Raff, the veteran. Raff, how's it going on a nice Wednesday here?
It's going pretty good. I have to ask you, has he taught you the splits while throwing the bones yet? Did you perform that tonight? Or
we talked about it a little bit. And, you know, if I did that, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd still be in rehab. I'd imagine I'd tear enough muscles to where I'd be in surgery and needing rehab. It's unreal to see that type of flexibility with that much muscle mass and everything going along with it. That's a rare combination that, man, it's incredible flexibility. I'll say that.
Well, the thing too is like at my advanced age, it's like I can still run and I can still, still do a lot of the things that I could do when I was younger. But the problem is now is the pulling of the muscles and the cramping and all that stuff. And like after wrestling a full match and being, I would assume he probably had, I guess, no, he did heavyweight, so he didn't really have to cut weight, I'm guessing. So, but exerting that much energy, I'd be afraid that I'd, start cramping up right there on the mat. They'd have to get out the squeegee and just kind of squeegee me off the mat because, oh man, I just thinking about that's painful.
Hey, well, and Raff, I know you probably got a kick out of it. Not only hit the splits, but then did what you always want our Husker athletes to do: throw the bones. Yeah, hitting the splits and throwing the bones. I was like, perfect, nailed it.
It's kind of like the lost art of Nebraska football. You just don't see the defense throwing the bones as much as they used to. For a while there, it really, took off, and now it just seems like it's sort of died out. But I noticed
programs though, you'll see it. So like AJ Ferrari obviously threw the bones and some other wrestlers, but if you go to bowling, they'll throw the bones.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So Husker bowlers, they'll throw bones, and it's like, it's a little bit. There are football players that'll throw the bones, but I'm just being nitpicky here. I would like to do it like after every defensive play if it's worthy of it.
Well, I like, also too, like the Mile High Salute, going back to Denver, of course, the Mile High Salute for a while, that was always the thing, the Mile High Salute, and you hadn't seen it for a long time. And then the Broncos had the throwback uniforms, and I believe it was Marvin Mims who scored, and or no, maybe it was Pat Bryant. Pat Bryant scored a touchdown through the Mile High Salute, and it was something you hadn't seen in a while, and it's like, ooh, that.
Well, you get some of those things that are just iconic, right? Like the Lambeau Leap. There's some things that are just awesome, and the Lambeau Leap is one of those. My Chicago Bears, I don't know where it came from, but they got the Kobe Bryant celebration where he hit the first down, which is really cool. But I don't know, like they don't have anything significant that just started up. But things like the black shirts throwing the bones, the Lambeau Leap. What was the Denver Salute or not? Is it Denver Salute?
Mile High Salute.
Yeah, the Mile High Salute. Some of those are just iconic, and when they kind of fade out, it's always a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll see it. It'll take rise again, or maybe we'll have that one defender that, like maybe Nawarni, throws the bones and brings it back strong. So we'll see what happens. Then also too, I was going to mention Major League Baseball. They announced the Cy Young Award winners tonight. It is always wild to me. Skubal won it for his second time for the Tigers, and Paul Skeens won it for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's just crazy to look at their records. Like their ERAs are awesome, but Skubal 13-6, and Paul Skeens 10-10. I mean, to me, like back in the 80s, a pitcher with a 10-10 record probably wouldn't even sniff the top probably 5 or 6. But just that the new age of baseball and ERA, and that's wild to me that a 10-10 record would win the Cy Young. But that's kind of where we're at, and you have to give. I guess it's just giving credit, just to that individual and not really looking at the team accomplishments.
Yeah, it's the baseball's a tough one to try to figure out because of the pitching today is just so much different than what it used to be. To where you're not going to have someone with a hot hand. Like it's just all revolving around pitch count now, regardless of anything else.
And then also too, now being that that baseball has changed as much as it has, you've got to think that like those middle relievers are going to come into contention to be a Cy Young Award winner here eventually. I mean, if they're coming in and closing down 2-3 innings, maybe not getting the win, maybe not even getting the save, but if they put up those statistics, just the ERA part of it, you've got to think that they'll come into contention eventually. Then it'll be like he was 0-2 for the year with a 0.5 ERA, something crazy like that. But baseball's changed. It's definitely not what I remember.
Some parts are better though. I do like the pitch clock. That's awesome.
Oh, yes. Yep, I do too.
It's just the problem with the pitchers and the analytics of it. I've never seen a sport hurt. You could put basketball there too, I guess, but the analytics have really just changed the game in ways that you would never expect.
What would have happened? Because they can only throw over like once or twice to first base. Is there a rule how many times they can try and pick off a guy on first base? I thought it was like once or twice. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure.
Is that just I don't know if it's just if somebody's listening. I thought there was a rule now that they could only try and pick off a runner so many times on first.
Twice,
yes. Okay, could you imagine that with Ricky Henderson back in like 1982, 83, 84? He'd probably have like 180 stolen bases a year because he would know that they weren't going to be throwing over. So it's like game over. He's taken off. I mean, I don't know if you've seen any old Ricky Henderson highlights from the early 80s. Go check and look at the leads he used to get when he was playing for the Oakland Athletics. I mean, just crazy leads. And then knowing now that they've already tried to pick him off twice. Wow. He'd have some pretty crazy stolen base statistics.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just had the ruling up on what actually happens if you try to do that. I'm not just exactly sure what the penalty is if you in today's era.
Probably just don't do it.
Yeah, probably that, right? I'd imagine just an automatic out, but nonetheless, Raff, I'm not the biggest baseball guy in the world. I'll be flat out honest with you. The pitch clock has helped, and me watching a lot more baseball because it's not taking nearly as much time, so you can actually enjoy a baseball game and not have it take up an entire afternoon. It feels like the names are there. It's just why I'm a little bit surprised. But I know we've gone through the numbers before.
Yeah.
I understand that the numbers are down than what it used to be, but I would expect a little bit more revival, especially with, this World Series alone was electric, and last year was electric. Now it was the Dodgers 2 years in a row. Maybe people get tired of seeing the same team, but both of those series this year and last year had incredible moments, and I think both of them were dealing with Freddie frickin' Freeman, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. He was on both of them, so he's on a roll because he won one with the Braves too, didn't he? Braves, then went to the Dodgers, didn't win one, and then won two in a row now. So he's winning some championships, adding on to that collection. I guess now he's probably thanking his agent now for not telling him about the Braves offer.
Well, apparently there's some numbers that were actually good for this World Series. Now that I'm trying to pull it up here, I don't have the exact number, but Forbes put out an article, record-breaking 2025 World Series viewership explained. So I'll have to take a look into that deeper and see maybe that does do something for baseball going forward, getting that many eyes on it. And it was an electric World Series. And then I think after that 18th inning, that was game 3, game 2, a lot of people all of a sudden that maybe if they weren't watching, they're sitting there like, wait, you guys were watching baseball till 2 a.m.? I got to get on this. What's going on in the MLB here? And
I was not. I was sleeping peacefully.
It was still unreal to me, that game, because me and DP, obviously, we're here till midnight Central Time. And then it was the first time I went home and there was still a ball game going on. A ball game that I could watch. I didn't have to watch the highlights. I didn't have to watch the recap, because some of those highlights are unfortunate because they just give you the good plays. I need to see the bad plays. Otherwise, if you're only watching the good stuff, you're going to sound like an idiot because you're not going to see any of the mistakes that actually happen out there. So that's always a little bit of a annoyance, but shout out to the World Series for having that one go as late as it did.
Yep. So Dodgers 3-peat next year, do you think? Or Yankees going to do all they can to prevent that?
I'm going to go Dodgers 3 in a row.
Dodgers 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Whew, that's a lot of Dodgers. Tommy Lasorda would be a happy man these days.
Who was the last MLB team to 3-peat?
Man, part of me wants to say the Cincinnati Reds because I don't think the Yankees did. Maybe the 70s Cincinnati Reds, possibly. Oh, Baltimore Orioles, maybe.
Yankees.
What year was it? Was that early 2000s?
Yep.
Or was yep. So
right before 2000s, 98, 99, 2000. Yep. They defeated the San Diego Padres, then the Braves, and then the New York Mets.
Yep.
So if they pull that off, they'd be the first team to do it in 25 years.
So, they got history, and that might be something that's going to grab, some more attendance next year too. The quest for the 3-peat. Usually the 3-peat really gets those motors going. I mean, Kansas City last year going for the 3-peat in the Super Bowl era, brought a lot of attention. And I guess that girlfriend or fiance of the tight end, I guess she brought in some eyes too. But I think
like a couple people, wasn't a lot.
A couple decent podcast numbers they did. maybe we can work something out. Maybe she can come on the show some night. She can even bring Travis if she wants.
You know what's funny about that? It's like if you did that, your numbers would be great, but you'd have a lot of people show up that never watch your show just to be like, Raff's lost his touch. I knew it. And they've never watched you before. They just come in because there's someone on that they don't like. I will. The Taylor Swift thing always kind of amazed me. I understand if you don't want to see her, but if you think the NFL business is not going to capitalize on that opportunity, you're just going to stay angry for a while. Because I could have told you right away. I was like, yeah, the NFL is going to jump on this. If you want to stay angry, you're going to have to be angry for a while. That's all I'm saying. So it's not that big of a deal. It's not like they talk about Taylor Swift for longer than 2 minutes at a time at the absolute most. So it never really bothered me.
But look at the NFL, though. I mean, look at it. Like Taylor Swift, like there's probably some players out there, some people out there that probably don't care much for her. It's just the way the world is. Some people don't care for some people, but they realize that Taylor Swift is like that golden goose. Like she's bringing eyes to the NFL, eyes to the Chiefs. So that means probably more money in the South. Oh, sorry.
Especially to your point, like especially for a market they could never reach.
Yeah. So you're bringing more money in, more eyes. So that adds to the salary cap. So then you're making more money. Now reverse that and look at the WNBA, for instance. You've got Caitlin Clark, who's kind of like that same kind. She brings eyes and she's like shunned by the league. And that's why you see the differences, the success of the NFL to the non-success to the WNBA, because they don't realize, even though you might dislike something, if it's bringing eyes and bringing money, it's for the good of, everybody's pocketbook. You continue to allow it. I mean, the NFL, they're not stupid. They know that whatever Taylor Swift touches, I mean, she's pretty electric at what she does, bringing in crowds, bringing in people, bringing in eyes. And it's like the NFL's they've used it. And I've got to believe that they made a serious push to get her to do the NFL halftime show this next year. I mean, Bad Bunny ended up doing it, but I would say there was a call that was made to Taylor Swift.
They're probably like waiting to see how the Chiefs are doing, and like early on when the Chiefs are struggling, they're like, maybe not.
Well, that, and then I also kind of thought too that this is kind of looking that, and I could be wrong, that maybe this might be Travis Kelce's last year, and she might not have wanted to steal, if the Chiefs happen to get to the Super Bowl, to kind of steal his luster. So where she'd be like, yeah, I want the spotlight just to remain on Travis and the Chiefs. If I do the halftime, it's going to take away from that. And then if they somehow, and I mean somehow, get by the Broncos in the AFC Championship game, would she still would all the questions be about Taylor Swift at halftime still, So yeah, I think she was just looking out for Travis. That's a great fiance right there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, if I was in the NFL and I'm a businessman, I'm like, I see the golden ticket there of like, wow, there's the woman that we can never reach. And here is a woman that all can follow. And she is now into the NFL and is also into one of the biggest NFL teams. Yeah, we don't want to do business with her. That doesn't make sense for us. Of course you're going to do business if possible. And if you're a Chiefs fan, I can understand your grievances a little bit more. But for the average NFL fan, not so much.
Well, I mean, think of it, the last couple of years, as many times as they've shown her when she's at the games and stuff like that. And there's a lot of fans out there like maybe me, for instance, I'm just like, quit showing Taylor Swift. But
yeah, the same way,
the business side of me saying, man, this is just bringing more eyes to the NFL, more money to the NFL, more popularity to the NFL. So that's why they continue to show her. It's not so much of like, oh, she's at the game. It's like the NFL's not crazy. I mean, like CBS is not crazy. They know when they show her, their ratings go up, more money. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about money and food. That's all it's all about in the NFL. All those commercials. I just continue to see Bradley Cooper and Matthew McConaughey and all that food, Jerry Rice, and all the players that but yeah, end of the day, it's about money. And if the NFL has any way of, using Taylor Swift, they're definitely going to use it to their advantage.
Yeah, and I actually like Taylor Swift shoved in my face more than I like sports gambling shoved in my face. So pick your poison. Like, seriously. Because like the gambling stuff's annoying to me like crazy. And if Taylor Swift gives them enough money where they'll never, the gambling's such a money ticket too. They'll ride that gravy train all the way until it gets them into legal trouble. which probably won't because they got good lawyers. But yeah, it just doesn't bother me. Do you remember? I know you watched the Manning cast. Remember when Nick Saban was on there?
Yes.
And then they show Taylor Swift.
Yep.
I'm like Nick Saban. I keep my mouth shut. I'll roll my eyes, but like I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Like it's just like
well,
yeah. There you go.
I look at it like this. I'm a pro Broncos Bronco. But if Taylor Swift contacts me tonight and says, "Hey, I want to come on Raff's Good Take on sports tomorrow night," I'm like, name your time, name your place. I even talked to DP. He'll probably let me come on an hour early or 3 hours early. I mean,
what's fly down here?
What's best for business? So you got to do what you can, and that'd be one of those people that she brings eyes to the program, eyes to the league, and she brings money. So. Yes.
Well, to go full circle here, right? That's good business. And then the WNBA and the whole Caitlin Clark, it's like, that's bad business.
It's crazy. I'll never understand that. You have somebody that, fills arenas, and then you got your own players in your own league that dislike her, and they think by, beating her up and, punishing her, that's good for their pocketbook. It's so crazy to me, but that's why that league, fledgles like it does and loses the money that it does, because they don't realize that when they had, like, I thought when Caitlin Clark went to the WNBA, I was like, oh my gosh, this is their golden goose. And then you have players that dislike her, just like, some people, so crazy.
Well, and then you got, putting players like Angel Reese on the cover of like 2K, like, which is fine, but it's like, okay, so if you want to like showcase a rookie, there's clearly one who's the most popular, and that's like nothing against Angel Reese. Angel Reese is, I think she'll be a good player too. People make fun of her layups. It's a problem, but she does get a ton of rebounds. She does other things on the court, easy to just nip the layups. But like she's
a great player. But Caitlin Clark's kind of like that enigma. I mean, she has like that. Before your time, that Pistol Pete Maravich, kind of that showmanship. Like there's a chance that she's going to shoot a ball from, downtown North Platte and make, it's just that enigma to her that brings those added eyes. Like it's nothing against Angel Reese as a basketball player. It's just some people have that electricity a little bit more than another player.
And that's where they've failed the hardest, because this is my biggest annoyance with the entire conversation with Caitlin Clark and the WNBA was like, people liking Caitlin Clark does not make any of you guys less valuable or less important.
No,
you guys
get you more money.
Yeah, and you get more eyes on you, and it's like this is a win-win-win for everybody. When Michael Jordan, and this again, you have to give so many like disclaimers because people run with words, especially when you're talking about Caitlin Clark. It's such a, unfortunately, lightning rod of an issue. But like when Michael Jordan got all that buzz and all the eyes were on Michael Jordan, everyone started, he started bringing money to the NBA. The rest of the NBA said, all right. Like they weren't bashing him. They were like, yeah, this guy's bringing in a ton of money for us. And on top of that, you weren't going to diss Jordan. That was certainly an element that's different from Caitlin Clark and Jordan. Was you just couldn't talk to Jordan. He was one of the best to get in your head. But I think at one point Caitlin Clark apologized to the league for someone. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's just been so bizarre to see the most liked player have to apologize to her own league. And maybe she did do something, but if I remember correctly, it was just kind of saying, it was just kind of her like shouting out the other player. It was bizarre. It's so bizarre that I don't want to misquote it, so I just won't.
Yeah. Well, I still think if she started her own league, I mean, it'd probably be more popular than the WNBA. I mean, this goes back to even like Tiger Woods. If Tiger Woods back in, when he was rolling back in the 90s, if he would have started, say the, what's the name of the golf league that they have now? The Live. Yeah. If he would have started the Tiger tour, it would have been something crazy. I mean, I know they say no person's bigger than the game, but Tiger Woods, I mean, gets a lot of credit for looking at all these young golfers out there now. I mean, every young player you talk to, I mean, now this is going on for like 20, 25 years. You talk to, Rory, gosh, why am I forgetting I'm forgetting my golfers. I see his face, and Jordan. You talk to all these players, and Tiger Woods was that guy for them. And you look, even now in today's time, people are like, well, who's Tiger Woods? And he really hasn't, other than a Masters that he won 5 years ago, hasn't really, but it's just what he's done for the game. And that's kind of what Caitlin Clark could do for the WNBA if they, the players would allow it. But I'm afraid that they'll end up beating her to a pulp, that she'll never, get to that or bring that league up to where it could possibly be.
Yeah, and that's always where it's unfortunate because, man, if you nail this, and this is why I thought it was a big year to nail, because you highlight on the popularity of Caitlin Clark. You also do have other young talent that does not have nearly as much eyes on it, but it's a good opportunity to start getting the narrative out for the other players. And then you look at what's coming ahead with players like Juju Watkins, who I think she's actually out with an injury, but when she eventually gets to the league, there's going to be a lot of good basketball players. Like maybe even Britt Prince here at Nebraska goes on, becomes one of those another X factor players in the WNBA, and it's like, man, this train has been deadlocked. The wheels have not moved. It's been stuck on this track. It's rusting. The thing's about to fall apart. You finally got some momentum. It started rolling. And it's like they panicked and started pushing back against it. Like, whoa, this is new. We've never had the train actually move before. We're scared. Let's stop this thing. And it's a bad analogy, but it's the best thing I can kind of make of it because it makes zero sense of how they've kind of stiff-armed their opportunity to. And again, not the Caitlin Clark show, the WNBA.
Yep.
And Caitlin Clark's the key of that, but you're doing it for the WNBA, not just one player. So it just blows my mind that it's landed the way it has.
Well, it's the thing too. It's the needle mover. It's that person that not only brings the eyes of the people that enjoy basketball, enjoy football. It's that rare type that they draw eyes not from the sport, like Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. They brought the eyes from elsewhere onto the sport. Caitlin Clark, there's some
even
great
Shador Sanders, even if you don't want to give him the great titles, right? Let's just say Shador Sanders. What did college football do with Shador Sanders? Who was a good quarterback. Yeah. You can make an argument, not the best though, but just highlighted him. And then you did have some fans make their grumblings, but the college football never made Shador Sanders out to be a bad guy, and college football players never made Shador Sanders out to be a bad guy. So it didn't matter if there's some fans who weren't a fan of it. The league stuck behind him.
Yeah, no, it's it's huge. Just to get, we spoke about Taylor Swift. I mean, she moves the needle. She might not, like she said, she didn't know nothing about football the first game she went to, but she was at a Chiefs game. So now I got my knees, watching the Chiefs, which is just completely wrong in so many ways. But just the needle movers, they're rare. You don't find them all the time. Even great players, we talked about Angel Reese, and we talked about Juju Watkins, and we talked about all these great basketball players. But a needle mover, something special that grabs the attention of the country, that's Caitlin Clark. I mean, you go and you ask people, name one basketball player, one female basketball player. I guarantee you, probably 85 to 90% of them, the only person they know is Caitlin Clark.
I think that's fair. Because the WNBA is not at that popularity yet. And that's fine to say. But if you're going to act in a way that says you've already arrived with publicity and you can't have one player getting too much spotlight, it's just bizarre.
No, it's very.
All I got to say, Raff, I'll shut up about it because I could rant on this forever.
I just laugh. It's the WNBA. They have their golden goose. They have their needle mover, and they just do not know how to promote it. Or, it's like this is one where you have talks with the teams behind closed doors, and you're like, hey, she's going to make you a lot of money, but you better find a way. You might not like her, but you better respect her.
Yeah, like the subtle call outs. Because I think it was Kelsey Plum. They wore the t-shirts that said pay us more.
Yeah.
And it's fine, but then they took a shot, and there was one, the Clark team wasn't there this morning, and it was just, why did you have to say that? Why are you throwing her under the bus in front of because like she still went out and participated and wore the shirt. So, okay, now I'm done. I'm officially done. I hope they get it right because the WNBA does have a legitimate chance to keep this momentum going if they don't stop it themselves. That's all I'll say on it. I hope they get it right. That is Chris Raff. I am Harrison Arns. Don't go anywhere. Raff's Good Take on Sports.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning. Now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
I'm Kirk Herbstreit, and today I'm eating Raising Cane's.
Herbstreit's in the drive-thru again. Oh, hey, Kirk. What can I get you today?
I want a solid bench of 4 chicken fingers that are real difference makers. Sprinkle cut fries with dynamic ridge patterns, Texas toast, and cane sauce with an air of smugness that comes from knowing you're the best. Now back to you, Todd.
So the usual.
Make Raising Cane's part of your game day lineup. One love.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O. Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their Big Fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R. Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. From now through the end of November, Ferndale fresh turkeys are just $3.99 per pound and in limited stock, perfect for your holiday meals. Plus, you can stop by for lunch on Fired Up Thursday at the Mercado East or Fired Up Friday at the Mercado North. With locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha, get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Back to Raff's Good Take on Sports on 93.7 The Ticket. With all the good takes you need, here is your host, Chris Raff.
Welcome back in segment number 2. Raff's Good Take on Sports. Harrison runs of the ones and twos. We got Chris Raff streaming in all the way down there from Alabama while I'm on the corner of 1040 O Street. You guys are welcome to join in. 402-464-5685. Starter him in text line. And Chris Raff. I see you had on the notes NFC and the AFC. Segment number 2, we kind of ranted about the WNBA, as I'll admit, Raff, that's not the first time we've done that either. So we'll have to pin that for like at least a month, and then maybe we can get back to it.
Yeah. When does the WNBA season start? I'm kind of got to make sure I have that on my calendar.
That's a question.
Probably the same as NBA is going on now.
NBA is like late October. They're nowhere near that. They're May 16th.
May 16th. Okay.
So they get to play during like over that course when the weather starts getting nice.
Wrong time. It's summertime. Come on now, people. But
yeah,
I guess a little too much going on with NBA, NFL, college football. Attendance would probably be waning big time.
Yeah.
It would be interesting though to see what Caitlin Clark, if her attendances would wane or if she'd still draw a lot of eyes, because usually when she plays, she brings in the people. So I'd be curious to see how that would match up with, going up against the NBA and the NFL and college football.
She'd still draw numbers for sure. I mean, she outbeat. Her games alone were beating when she was at Iowa in particular, like NBA numbers. And then when they were in the March Madness, it was them versus LSU, or no, though that versus South Carolina, I think.
I know they played LSU at one point, or did they beat? Or no, LSU, because Angel Reese beat her. I remember that.
And then I think they beat South Carolina.
Was that was the year before, possibly?
I can't remember exactly where it was, but nonetheless, like when they were in that championship game, it was more watched than the men's championship game. Like it's like she beats out men's sports, and it wasn't just them. It was like those were two powerhouse teams. But again, that's what the WNBA I think can legitimately get to if they be nice.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. So okay, so I said talk NFL. So I figure we can do NFC tomorrow night. So let's talk the AFC. We can look at the divisions, and we can talk whether they're a contender to win the title, to be in the playoffs, or their season's finished and they're no longer in competition for anything. Even though no team has been mathematically eliminated yet, not even the Jets, they're still in contention. So start in the NFC East, or the AFC East, my bad, AFC East. You got the Patriots at 8-2, the Bills at 6-3, the Dolphins at 3-7, and the Jets at 2-7. Are the Dolphins? Do they still have?
No, they're dead.
They're dead.
Even with Jets,
even with the big
victory right now.
The big victory over the Bills. I mean, maybe this is sparked them. Mike McDaniel.
Tua still had 2 interceptions in that game. Bills had their opportunities. They just played bad.
Played bad. So do you think the Patriots are the pick then in the East, or do you think are the Bills? So you're going with the Patriots.
I mean, I was super high on Vrabel going down there. I didn't think it'd work that well. I was high on Henderson. It felt like he was going to have another maybe a breakout year. And then you got Diggs there, and surprisingly enough, Diggs hasn't been like a major part of their passing game. They've tried to get him, but it's not been like week in, week out. And they're still finding ways to win games. That team is just really good the whole way through. And, you credit May. I mean, he's just doing exactly what he needs to do in those game managing situations. So I don't see them slowing down. Plus, if the Bills do catch up, Patriots got the tiebreaker right now. So it's still good to the Patriots to end up being tied record. I like the Patriots. I got no reason to doubt them right now.
So I'm going to go opposite. I'm saying that the game against Miami is going to light a fire under the tails of the Bills. And I think Josh Allen, this is where you're going to see that MVP caliber Josh Allen come to the forefront. I mean, they got the big victory over the Chiefs. So I don't know. I guess you'd call it a letdown against Miami, but I think there's still some fight left in the Bills. So I think the Bills eventually overtake the Patriots. But then again, I always feel like the Patriots are like that team that you keep on, like, I'm not quite there with them yet. I think the Broncos are, with the way the Broncos are nationally, like, they're like, are they there yet? Are they not there? They're probably not there yet. I kind of feel that way a little bit with the Patriots, to where I'm like, they're a good team, but are they where they, are they one of these teams that's going to cause problems in the playoffs? And I don't know if I'm there yet, but they make a more convincing case every single week.
I think they get into the playoffs for sure. And I think the Bills got a good chance to go ahead and get in as the second best team in that division. But that's all I got on the AFC East. I'm surprised by the Patriots, but not like shocked. I thought they had a decent squad. The Bills up and down has been more concerning for me than anything else.
Yeah, no, I doubt. And what's crazy is just that they got the victory over the Chiefs. And that was just such a, one of their humps in the road, and they, got the big victory against the Chiefs, and then fall to Miami, and that was a shocker. Like, I was stunned. I kept on waiting for the other shoe to fall on Mike McDaniel. That they let the general manager go. I figured it's just a matter of time, but now Mike McDaniel, he's back, so see what they can do the rest of the season.
Big wins. It's hard to have a win after a big win. I mean, especially in the NFL, it seems that way. Like, after teams have that massive win or that win they've been itching for, it's like they a lot of times feel like followed up with a tough loss. For the sake of time, let's move to the AFC North. This one's interesting.
Oh, that's tough.
I think I got the answer. Ravens are coming back. Steelers break on 9-8, and that's it.
Can you look for me? What is the Bengals schedule for the next 2 weeks?
Patriots.
Oh.
Ravens.
Oh.
Bills.
Okay.
Ravens. Yep. Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns.
Okay. Man, I'll tell you what. If the Bengals could change their schedule, take the last 3 games and make them the next 3 games, and if you could somehow be in a little bit of contention with Joe Burrow coming back, it'd get exciting. But I just think those next 3 games, because I assume Joe Burrow maybe return. They opened up his 21-day window, so I'm guessing he'll miss the next 2 games, and then where they're standing after those next 2, because there's a good possibility that they'll be sitting at 3-8, and then if you're the Bengals, you've almost got to look at sitting him for the entire year if he's not completely healthy.
Even if he is healthy, like, do you really want to? The defense is so bad.
If they could somehow pull out at 2 games, I mean, Ravens and Patriots are no cakewalk, and the Ravens, they got to win 2 to get back, up with the Steelers. But if somehow, some way, the Bengals could win the next 2, and you could bring Joe Burrow, man, it would be some exciting football, because I know their defense is bad, but Joe Burrow, when he gets things going, he's hard to stop.
It is but he's, you play him if you can, obviously. But even if the next games were somewhat easy, it's like he had so many games last year where the Bengals are putting up 40 points and they're taking an L. And it's so hard to win when you're going to have no time to shake off the rust. And it's like the next 4 games, it's Patriots, Ravens, Bills, Ravens again. Jackson's back. Like, that's why I'm saying, I'm sorry, Bengals. It's kind of too late already. And then the Browns, like, no, you just double down on Dylan Gabriel being your starting quarterback. The fans are pissed off. Feels like the coach might get fired. Obviously, no hope there.
That's what I'm wondering with the Bengals. Like,
was Zach Taylor?
Yeah, like, how much time does he got left? I mean, does he ride with, it seems like Joe Burrow gets injured a lot. So it seems like their dauber's down because he's injured. So you kind of have that excuse to fall back on. But how many times can you fall back on that excuse before, Zach Taylor, might be asked to leave, and, they go in a different direction. So it'll be interesting to see what the end of this season looks like for them. Yeah, I know. Well, Dable's gone, and I thought firing Dable was a mistake, honestly. I think he'll find a nice home somewhere else, but I don't know. I'd look at the GM a little bit closer on that defense, because again, the offense hasn't really been problems, and you could say
Zach Taylor is responsible for such a bad defense, but talent-wise, I think they're weak there, and I'm not surprised by it. AFC South, moving on here. Colts, Jags, Texans, Titans. I'll let you go first.
Just one word. Colts. I think they've got this. They got this division on lock. I don't think the Jaguars make a run at it. Don't think the Texans make a run at it. The Colts, with that running game, Jonathan Taylor got things going. Daniel Jones is going above and beyond what they've ever expected out of him. They got a great defense. So I think the only people that cause the Colts to stumble will be the Colts.
Yeah, I agree. And they got a bye week right now, so everyone's gonna get healthy. I know that because he's on my fantasy team, and I'm scared. It's first time without Jonathan Taylor in my lineup. He was giving me like 30, 50 points every weekend, and he's gonna be missed. AFC West. This is a good division. The Raiders are out. I'll say that. Raiders are out.
Raiders are out.
Oh boy.
What do you do? Let
me see what the Chiefs have coming up ahead here.
They got the Denver Broncos Sunday, 3:25.
Oh man, but they their schedule's decent to finish the year. Oh boy, Raff. This division's a nightmare. Broncos. Give me the Broncos. They find a way to get it done. They hold on.
You're giving it to them. It's gonna be an interesting game on Sunday. I will say that, because the way it's looking, Patrick Surtain he'll miss another game, so this will be 2 straight games that he'll be out for. Earlier this week, Alex Singleton, Denver's starting middle linebacker, had surgery to remove a cancerous tumor, so he's going to be out for a while. They should get Marvin Mims back after a concussion. It's going to be a fun game in Denver. I think it has the makings of a great game. The Broncos, the young quarterback Bo Nix has been hearing about it from the national media that he's not the future and they should draft a quarterback and stuff like that. So I think you're going to see some fire out of number 10. And then you also, then you got the Chiefs, who are the Chiefs that, they want to show everybody that they're back to their championship form. So it's going to be a fun game in Denver. I wish that Patrick Surtain would be there for it. Wish that Alex Singleton could also be there, but like I said, it's next man up. So I'm looking for a fun game on Sunday in Denver, 3:25. Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson on the sidelines.
And got the whole lineup ready to go. You're on top.
I'm ready.
Oh, I trust in your Broncos. I do think they get it done. I think the Chargers fall, and they have a very sad ending to the season. And I think the Chiefs actually find a way to climb back up in it and be in that second place spot and possibly get enough wins and get in that wild card position. But that's all I got on the AFC. Anything left before we go to break?
I'm all good. Let's throw it to break.
All right, Raff's Good Take coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Make Hog Wild the centerpiece of your Thanksgiving feast. Pre-order a 12-pound whole smoked turkey or a 4-pound turkey breast for $55. A 4-pound boneless ham is $50. A complete meal includes your choice of a whole turkey or turkey breast, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, green beans or corn, and a dozen rolls for $130. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com soon. Quantities are limited. All weights are approximate before cooking. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Boyd Farm Outfitters. Farmers, you need to know about Green Eye Spot Spray. With Green Eye, we replace your existing spray boom with a brand new aluminum boom equipped with camera technology that identifies and sprays only weeds and not your crop. The boom comes with 2 spray lines so you can still broadcast residual herbicide while you're spot spraying weeds that are up. Green Eye users in Nebraska are saving a ton of money on herbicides, but that's just the beginning. Learn more at BoydFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to Oak Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln Families as their realtor for more than 31 years. And I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Tired of asking what's for dinner? Nourished for Life has got you covered. At Nourished, they're a local meal prep company that delivers fresh, chef-crafted, healthy meals straight to your door. Made from wholesome ingredients and ready when you are. No shopping, no chopping. Just heat, eat, and enjoy every night of the week. Fuel your busy days with balanced meals that are designed to keep you satisfied and energized. Visit nourishedforlife.co to purchase meals and taste the convenience of home-cooked comfort without the hassle.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Score big with rebates up to $2,000 on the Kawasaki Nav, Kawasaki's first ever fully electric personal transportation vehicle designed for cruising the good life. Be the first to nav your neighborhood. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location, where they can't wait to get you set up for football season.
Back to Raff's Good Take on Sports on 93.7 The Ticket. With all the good takes you need, here is your host, Chris Raff.
Welcome back in. Raff's Good Take on Sports, and finishing with Raff's Good Take, not just on sports, but in life in general. You guys can always join in. We're here till midnight, 402-464-5685. Real quickly, Raff, we did get Jim on the text line. He wants to know, what part of Bama are you in?
I am in Huntsville, just outside of Huntsville.
All right. I don't know if he plans on like visiting you down there, bringing you some cookies, or showing up in the Raff's Roadies t-shirt, but that or he just wants me to dox you live on air. I'm not entirely sure.
No, just outside of Huntsville, kind of Madison. It's just a kind of a suburb of Huntsville. So Madison.
Quickly, what was the weather down there today?
70 and very nice. Perfect weather.
Okay. Yeah, it was nice down here today too. I was just wondering because it's like we kind of flipped where you guys were getting the cold and it was actually not too bad up here in Nebraska. All right,
yeah,
Raff.
I think all 60s the rest of the week. Oh, before we get to Raff's good take, I just got to throw it out there. Nebraska women's basketball is throttling Creighton. Ha 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 ha.
What's the score?
67-39.
Oh, let's go! Shout out women's basketball team. That is what you want to do to that stupid bird team down in Omaha.
Exactly.
We don't like the teams with birds, whether it's Iowa or Creighton. No birds allowed in Lincoln.
Yep. No Hawkeyes, no Blue Jays. All right, everybody. Today's Raff's good take goes out to Akam Udofia. It is his birthday today. Akam, great dude. I mean, any guy that can put up with the AD for 40 plus years, that right there is a good guy right there. And I just wanted to wish Akam just a great birthday. The old ball coach, we refer to him as just a great person. And I just hope you've had an amazing birthday. So Akam, you are Raff's good take.
Well done. My good take is going to be Nebraska women's basketball team for everything we just said. 67-38, 5 minutes, 38 seconds left to go. And who is our leading scorer so far?
Britt Prince.
Hey, we just talked about it.
Yep.
Maybe one of the next generational talents, or one that maybe make a big scene or splash in the WNBA if she continues on the trend that she's going with. She's got 18 points, 6 of 12 from the field goal. Hasn't taken a 3 yet. Just been doing it from the mid-range and inside. Also got 7 rebounds. She's not the tallest person, so that's a good stat line, along with 3 assists as well. Good game for Britt Prince. The 7 rebounds really sticks out to me. That's a solid performance out of her on that one. All right, Chris Raff, with that being said, unless you got your final acknowledgments you want to get out before we go ahead and get out of here, I'll hit the out music. And as always, final words are yours.
Everyone, be nice to each other, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny